This thing, is that possible?
Price tags.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. We're
Happy
live.
Tuesday. Or Thursday. Wait, no, today's Thursday, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thursday,
Thursday.
Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. I got 3 words for you guys right now.
Let's hear it.
Suey.
Is it up? Good. Let me look at it. I haven't looked at it since last Thursday.
It's up
Let's see.
horrendously.
All
Kyle,
right,
you want
let's
to pull it
go.
up?
Oh yeah, it is quite a bit up.
Let's go.
Suey. 3 words, Suey.
Suey's looking good, bro.
Suey is going to hit a million.
A
You
milli.
think? It's up like 100% from
Yeah.
the last week, 2 weeks
What we got on predictions right now?
for Suey.
No, for what we said last week.
Let's see. Bitcoin. Oh, man. Bitcoin even ran, to be honest with you.
Above 90K. What did I say?
Let's go.
What did we say? What did we say? How did
90K.
we do?
You guys are the winners this week.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Now
Man, I was
let's see if we can get it another week in a row here.
Oh, I got
Um,
it. Next week,
I'm not exactly sure what I want to say yet.
100K.
Oh shit.
100K
yeah,
next week for sure. Put me
100K or
down. Put me down. Put
die.
me down for 100 right now.
Let's see. Where are we at? Let's use this high. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'd like to see us break that 95 and then come back up to 100.
Yeah, right here, kind of where we broke. I have actually a same fib you have. So that 50% level right there, definitely hold above that. From
Sorry, I
the
had a sneeze attack.
from the 108 top down to that bottom at like 74.
Yeah.
That 50% level is a good level I'd like to see hold above. Right. I take the wicks in account on my fibs, so
From
it's like
which one? These
just
ones,
here.
top
Yeah,
one?
from that one down to the pretty much where your trend line is. So it's like I took it from the, yeah. So just like that, right at that 50% level where that red, you have a red line right there too.
This one here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so pretty much hold right at your red line. If we can hold above that, that must have been where you were looking for sellers, and it's still possible they show up.
Yeah. I'm hoping we hold above that red line.
Oh, wait, my dog is freaking out right now. Take over for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're good, bro. Good. Yeah, bro. Bitcoin's looking good. I'm pretty hyped about it, to be honest with you. I think it looks great. Even though we didn't get that 74K touch, I think where we're at right now is it's a good level. Even if we bounce off of here, come back down and see 89, 90 one more time, it wouldn't be a bad look either. Um, but yeah, I would like to. I mean, personally, I'd like to see us kind of keep moving up. Kind of,
Yeah, everybody would, right?
yeah. I'd like us to hold another maybe week and a half. So
Unless you're looking for a better buy, I guess you're hoping for the downside, but
yeah, right.
um, which I guess I wouldn't mind. Just give me a nice little wick down on the weekend, and I can put my tax returns in and call it
I know
good.
that's what I'm thinking,
Is your
bro.
tax returns already due? What's going on?
Yeah, they're due, but it takes a little bit to get it, which I actually just got it like this week, but now I haven't. I'm waiting for another little paycheck as well to come through tonight. Then I'll probably look to scoop some up.
Yeah, that's how I feel, bro. I'm waiting on that Q1 bonus to hit, and I'm gonna scoop some too.
So
But yeah,
I'm
man. I
excited.
mean, nothing unexpected here. I mean, we were looking to scoop some more in these levels. I hope a lot of people did. Most people might have been a little scared, which is it's reasonable, but that's the easiest time to buy is when everybody's scared. A lot of these, I mean, dude, just beautiful, We went on a nice little run from that wick,
Exactly.
50, 60%. I mean, Sui went almost 90 to 100, I want to say it was. Algorand's looking good. I like Algo. Compound kind of had a little pump there, huh? Not much, but it did.
Are these weeklies? These are weeklies.
Yeah, weeklies.
Did you see the centralized exchange Bitcoin supply is like all time low right now?
Yeah, I'm not surprised actually at all.
What is it? Sorry.
I remember Tyler was looking at it a while back. The Bitcoin exchange levels, like how much Bitcoin is on the exchanges.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's low, bro. I mean, there's not a lot left. Michael say well, every time. So right now, this is where people I don't think know like math wise. Right now, rough estimate, you're like we mine about 14,000. I think 14 to 16,000 Bitcoin every month. Michael Saylor alone is buying up the amount being mined every single month. Like,
Damn, yeah.
let alone the retail buyers, let alone the crypto Twitter, let alone other institutions. Like, forget Michael Saylor. Like, we're not thinking about all the other players. Even the small players add up. I mean, I know a couple people that have a Bitcoin. So realistically, like, not every millionaire can even own a Bitcoin. There's not enough. When people start to realize that, and I kind of think you see it with NFTs too. I feel like we're seeing it. I haven't bought an NFT for a long time. I just bought one the other day, and I'm never buying another one again. But not really. Um,
Never
but
buying anymore. You're
but
done.
you get FOMO, right? Now that out of 10,000, like 2,500 are minted within like 40 hours. Like now, like FOMO is kind of starting to set in because there's only so many left, and people are like, oh shit, this actually could be a good product. They're getting that. It's the emotional side of things, and I think when that emotions hits Bitcoin, we're gonna see it volatile. Like, we're gonna see price go crazy. I think we're gonna see like some parabolic moves. That's why I think from 100 to 200 is gonna be fast. I think from
And
2 to 3 and 4 and 5, it's gonna be quick too.
and a lot of people over the week were kind of talking about like, because Bitcoin kind of didn't really, I guess it did take a decent hit like the stock market did, but it was almost at a point where it started to decouple. The stock market was going down and Bitcoin was holding strong and, looking to move back up. I wonder, when we could see some sort of thing happen like that when Bitcoin and maybe crypto decouples from the stock market and everything else.
Hmm.
And that's probably ha- uh, when the event happens that Tyler's talking about, right around that
Yeah,
same time, I would say.
I'm going to share my entire screen so I can show you. You guys should be able to see everything now. But yeah, here's a cool thing to look at. You guys can see this Bitcoin and Ethereum charts with the blue and purple lines.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, the purple line is the amount of over here on the left is the amount of Bitcoin on the exchanges. And on the right we have Ethereum on exchanges. No, and then the white line's price. Now it's cool. I mean, even over time, you can see it. If we were to zoom in, you could see it too. But it's funny as Bitcoin leaves the exchange, people are either storing it or they're trading it, swapping it, locking it up, putting it somewhere else. When it comes back on the exchange, right, you can see big jumps in price. People are usually swapping it out, and you can see price usually reflects too, right? We can see a big jump of Bitcoin coming back to the exchange, and price dumps, dumps, dumps. Typical supply and demand. This is where like basic, very simple, toddler math, right? Supply and demand, you can kind of understand. As there's more, people don't really see it as value. More gets dumped on, price kind of keeps chilling, dumping, and then boom, a lot starts to get bought in these areas. A lot starts leaving, comes back on, and who knows? People maybe are taking profits from buying over here. People are getting scared leaving, but you can see, like you said, bro. Um, thanks. It's there's not much left, bro. We're dwindling down, and as we've crossed here, it's only going to continue to go lower, 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 lower. Maybe we come back up, make some small, dips up like these, but this, and maybe even this, right? Maybe we see a lot come back in the next when Bitcoin hits 200K.
So
Maybe we see a little
it's
curve up.
been kind of dwindling down the last 2 years, and really, I guess 3 years if you want to look at 22.
Yeah,
And then 24, it looks like it really started, like late 24 is when it really started to leave the exchanges.
yeah. And like
Um,
if we were to go to,
right around when the ETFs were and everybody was starting to buy, I guess.
uh,
It would
and we
line
can
up.
kind of see that same time frame here on the charts. So here's, let's see, 2022 starts pretty much right at the date. So here's the same kind of time frame. I think you guys should be able to see
Yeah, we can
both.
see both.
Okay, cool. Um, but you can kind of see we're looking at that same chart. Obviously, we're not seeing all of it over here, but there we go. We're missing a little bit, but it's kind of cool to see too. As we go up, as price goes up, Bitcoin starts leaving the exchanges because again, it's supply and demand. Very simple on that basic, but also there's adoption too. From institution to retail, people want to buy it, store their value in it, which it's hard. Why? Where else would you want to store your money? This is where I think a lot of us, not a lot of us, because I've met a lot of people in the crypto industry a little bit older, but majority of young people, anywhere under 40, 50, even 30, 20, especially if you're under 30 or 20, your thinking isn't as long term. I know mine wasn't when I was 18, 19, 20. Now that I'm closing in on 30, I feel like my thinking becomes a little bit
Unk.
more long term. But when you think about it on a long term scale, like, look, dude, nobody can guarantee that we're going to be here in 5, 10 years. But if you are, and you want to store your value and your money, and you want to make the most of it and keep it for as long as possible or pass it on to whoever, I mean, every year, roughly, Bitcoin doubles. Or not doubles, goes up 50% on statistically speaking. So, if we're in 2025 and 26, we're sitting at, we'll call it 180K. We're sitting here, right? There's 100%. 2027, we're sitting at 282. How are you going to feel if we're at 282,000 and you still haven't bought any Bitcoin? And
Oh
then
yeah.
and to reflect that, we're going to have multiple, like, right, Aave is going to be probably in the 600, 700, 800. This is when we were buying at 40, 50,
What's
60 bucks.
Ave's all-time high?
I like 600. It's right here.
Okay.
But dude, I mean, these are good projects. Aave's going to be around. I think Cardano's going to be around. Algorand's going to be around. Algorand's not even completely fully adopted. Neither is XRP. Neither is Cardano. I think Chainlink still has a lot to go. Chainlink has some really awesome utility when it comes down to like actual project use. Like the project itself is sick. I mean, Solana, bro. I think Solana has a long way to go. I bought more. Honestly, bro, I wish I had more money to dump in it at the time. But dude, I bought some at like $100. I'm up 50%, bro. I mean, that's
Not
from
bad.
106. But dude, 50% on $1,000. That's $500. People don't like, dude. Honestly, Garrison, that's how I got that NFT because I like that's how I kind of
Oh
logically
yeah.
reasoned it. Because I'm like, well, I mean, technically this is profit. Even though it cost me a couple Solana. It cost me like about three or four Solana. Three and a
Yeah.
half. I don't know
I
time.
just got
But
mine too, so
did you? There you
yeah.
go. But honestly, I think, dude, a lot of these, I mean, dude, we circled it. A lot of these projects are going to be around for a little while. Uniswap isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon unless Sui, I think Sui's an exchange, right?
Series of L1.
Ellen. Yeah, bro. I think Uniswap, Sui, Solana, XLM, XRP, Link,
ETH.
uh,
ETH is going to be a killer.
ETH. Yeah, no, dude. Honestly, and that's the thing too. I think ETH is highly slept on, even though we've kind of talked and dogged it a little bit over the
Yeah,
last
it's
week,
just
2 weeks.
it was probably it wasn't even you can't even call it overcooked, but it was like just quiet, and there was a lot of I feel like the last year has been very trendy, we can call it.
Yeah,
So like people are hopping from trend to trend and projects are doing all these sorts of different things because they're jumping at every trend and I think that's where like Ethereum was just kind of holding off. Obviously, everybody could do all these things on Ethereum and everybody knows that, but it was just kind of slept on. Got
yeah.
left behind a little bit. I don't think it's gonna stay left behind. I think it's just gonna be like old reliable. I don't think
And
obviously as you can tell it's still second in market cap. It hasn't really moved when it
bro,
comes
look at
to
this though. You know what's crazy? Now that you say that, Garrison, I was looking at the market cap. So XRP is super close
yeah,
to
didn't it?
tipping
I
over.
don't know if it did. I feel like it no, I don't think it ever did flip yet.
It's
It
close to
flipped before.
50%.
It flipped last cycle.
It did flip ETH.
Yeah,
Well, you mean like 4 or 5 years ago?
yeah.
Okay. I meant like this cycle. I didn't know if it did. I think
Oh.
it got close,
Boom.
but it flipped Tether, right? XRP did.
Yeah.
So yeah, XRP is the one that's pushing it, and it's not even really. I mean, yeah, it's another blockchain and everything, but
Yeah, and this is
I don't
crazy
really
because
view
like,
them as competitors like I would ETH and Solana.
Right, but
no,
XRP has a lot of like uncirculating supply. That's
yeah.
Yeah, XRP is definitely a solid blockchain to use.
And honestly, what's crazy, bro, is not too. Obviously the market's dropped
Damn.
in value, but what we're looking at now is if XRP had the market cap of Ethereum, which we'd really only be looking at like a $3.65 XRP if it had the same market cap as ETH at the moment. ETH
Like
was
it's
when
like
ETH was up at 4K, bro.
it's like 100
That would have
million
been a
away.
$8 XRP, $9 XRP if it had the same market cap. So like, dude, Ethereum has lost a big chunk. Like, I don't know if a lot of people are paying attention, but Ethereum has lost a big chunk. And last week we were looking at it too. Was the Ethereum dominance? Ethereum dominance, bro, all time lows, absolute lows, like all time lows, which is
Damn.
crazy. And I
So
think
maybe
I think
that's
it's
a
undervalued still. I think it's undervalued, even though we've again dogged it a little bit. Personally, me, nobody else is. I think I can speak for myself for dogging it a little bit, but I do think it's undervalued. I think it's still going to be here for a while compared to Solana. Solana might have more attention, but Ethereum's really done a great job at not getting emotional in the market. Like, with Solana, we see a lot of up and down, up and down. And we do here too, but this is on the weekly. On the daily, you can kind of see it was just steady chopping down. Where things got a little wild with Solana, up and down, up and down. Even though that volatility attracts attention because people, traders like volatility. I mean, even GRT. I'm hoping to see this thing come back up to 30 cents. Yeah, I'm still holding like 6K GRT, so I'm hoping that comes back up. Be
yeah.
nice to see.
I think it will.
Yeah, I think so too. Frick, at least at this point, I might as well buy more. But um, yeah, I mean, a lot of these projects, dude. Chainlink came down to $10. It's up 50%, up to $5. Up $5. Came down to touch $10. These were amazing opportunities. I think people were scared to take.
Yeah.
The emotions in the market at the time, dude. Maker's still a great project. Still, I don't. I'd rather put my money elsewhere personally, but
If you sniped it at
Solana,
$800, you did good.
yeah, Solana dominance. Still chilling. I think we're gonna see some more movement up for Solana. I think same thing with Bitcoin. I think XRP and I hope to see Ethereum's dominance continue up. I don't think it goes down much farther personally.
Yeah, just maybe sweep some of that liquidity at those all-time lows there and call it good and
Yeah.
continue up for ETH.
you guys
But
know
yeah,
what happened with what's it called? With Quirkies? They got swept, right?
kinda, yeah, there's been a lot of buys lately. Someone swept like 12 of them a couple of days ago or something.
Oh shit.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a lot listed now. There's still 86 listed, but there's 10 quirkies till 1 ETH. And the floor is very thin from there. Like I said, there's only 86 listed. And a lot of them,
How big was the sweep?
there was a couple. I mean, let's go on here and see. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was 5 swept yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 swept 2 days ago. Actually, 4. Well, there was 6 bought 2 days ago in total. That was 2 from one wallet and 4 from another. And yeah, about 5 days ago there was a lot of transactions as well. I actually bought a couple as well to get my new PFP on X. So I got that, and then yeah, there's just been a lot of movement and a lot of buys. Quirky's at like 0.8, 0.7 is a very good range where they always kind of continue up from there. I guess before we switch to NFTs, we'll ask Tyler if there's anything else on like the crypto side of things, and I could share my screen too for.
Yeah, I'll let you share your screen here in a second. No,
Take your
honestly,
time.
bro,
Take your time.
I was just going through CoinGecko, kind of seeing where we were for hourly movers, 24-hour moves. Like you said, Danks, we got Sui making some moves. I thought this was Ledger Stacks, but I'm confused. I don't think it is.
Oh
Algorand,
yeah.
so nice pump. Trump coin. I don't know if this is that's the official one.
Actually, yeah, they made an announcement like
It's like 12 now. That's kind of crazy.
they made an announcement that made it push. I saw that. I guess it could have been fake news that I saw. I guess I'm not for sure if it's real. That the top 250 holders or something will get a dinner with Trump, like
Huh,
one big dinner or something with everybody.
that'd be wild.
For real.
I know Roach would love to see
I
this.
can't compete with that.
So just because Roach is here, Fart coins up about 100% in the 30-day mark. I know he'd love to see that.
1,000%, right?
Well, it could be. It looks like 100% here, 97.
Oh, I didn't see the decimal. But
Looks like it's
Sui,
the top
though.
mover for yeah. But dude,
Sui,
Sui's doing good. Curve
really?
Curve is honestly, I'm not surprised to see a big jump in Curve. Curve is, I don't know. Did they update their website ever?
I'm
I
not
was
for
actually
sure. I don't
hearing
know
some
much
pretty
about
good
them.
things about BitTensor.
They're a stable coin. Where oh yeah, they updated it.
No, I thought Curve was like an exchange, like a DEX.
It's for stable coins, I thought. Well, at least it used to be. I haven't bet on it in a long time. They used to have a old website, bro. It looked like it was like from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. My friend was actually running like a ARB play on it
Yeah,
on like ETH, and like it just took too much of his time. Like he didn't. He just like manually did it.
yeah. I don't blame him, bro.
Magic
I
Eden
wish
did a
you could
little
go like
update.
the old school one. But yeah, no, honestly, it's kind of interesting. I like going through some of the top movers. Sometimes you see some new things. And I keep my eyes on anything in the top 100, like Jasmine Coin. That's something I can't remember who told me about it, but I've been watching it.
Typically,
But,
when I look there on the gainers, on the top gainers, it's when I've sold recently.
yeah, yeah, that's usually what happens.
I think BitTensor is going to do pretty well if you guys are going to go buy some crypto relatively soon. BitTensor.
Here's some.
Bit
Here's
tens.
some. I know you guys are talking about some NFTs. You said Bit Sensor.
Yeah,
Uh oh.
Tag BitTensor should do pretty well.
That's
Um,
what I keep hearing.
Yeah, ApeCoin is. I get it's definitely been good the last week. Same with Pudgy. Some announcements I believe have helped that.
What's
yeah,
Ape?
what's
I don't
ApeCoin at
remember
50
exactly what
cents?
moved
Will
that.
we ever see $1 ApeCoin?
I think so. I think ApeCoin's been building. Like the community's very loud. I see on Twitter, and It's a
especially
nice, it's
recently.
a very welcoming community. I've been seeing a lot of good vibes about them, and it feels like pre-bull run NFT vibes on Ape Chain and Ape Spaces. So I'm pretty bullish on Ape Chain. I don't know necessarily about what the price of the coin will do. I wouldn't put any. I mean, I maybe put a little bit of holdings there, but that's definitely a higher risk holding and on ApeCoin. But it's
G,
definitely something that's possible.
you said you wanted to share your screen, G?
Yeah, I can share my screen
All right.
here. Um, there we go. So ETH. By the way, this is I mentioned a little bit ago. Magic Eden did a little update. I noticed. You can see like the crowns around CryptoPunks because they're the top, and then Pudgy Penguins is like up for the week, so you can see the up arrows. And then Bored Ape Yacht Club's down on the 7 days, so it's like got the red arrows down. I thought it was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, pretty good week for NFTs, I'd say. You can see Bored Apes, I guess, are down a little bit, but this is not much of a move for them. 13 ETH's very good. Good Vibes Clubs have made a lot of noise, minted out super quick, and there's been a lot of uh, there's been a lot of news and a lot of good NFTs that have been going around, and good mints. Like I'll pull one up here in a minute. Actually, it's right here on the front page. Think
Okay,
Agent
made the front
Bundle.
page.
Dinksy, I'm not sure if you've been following along with 6079 and like Alfie and Think and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. What are they at now? Or is it?
So the mint's over. I guess let's look at secondary should be live. How do I click their thing from here?
You gotta click like the I
Oh,
don't
that brings
know.
me to Etherscan.
You just gotta look them up in the search. Probably
Yeah.
it's not very. That wasn't very friendly.
So there's a couple listed. It looks like. Let me get out of the screen here. None above mint price, which or none below mint price, which was 0.27.
It's an open edition, right?
Someone sold. Oh, that was a buy.
It's an open.
Um,
Anyone can mint.
yeah, it was open, but now it's closed.
Right, but
But
like
this
anyone, you didn't have to get a whitelist or anything. You just
correct.
got it.
Yeah,
Correct.
I minted
Um,
one.
yeah, I got one too. FOMO'd in today when there was like an hour left to mint. I had someone mint one for me. But this is good numbers here. Nobody's listed below floor. Someone bought one right at floor. So if you're looking to get in and you feel like you missed this and are FOMOing, it's not financial advice. I wouldn't consider this a flip play by any means.
No,
It's more of like an early investor type deal, and
What is that in dollar terms now? 0.29.
0.28, $510.
Oh, nice. So there's no underfloor right now, so that's good.
Yeah, so
There's probably
that's
a
good.
huge amount of people looking to buy underfloor.
And
So
2000 got minted, which was above what they were expecting. They were only they were hoping for 500 holders, which they got over, and about 500 to 1,000 minted, I believe they were talking about. And yeah, they did what more than what they were expecting, and
dude, the
only
partnership
0.89% listed.
the partnerships they have are pretty cool too. But honestly, what I'm interested in is the actual tool and the AI agent itself. Recently, I've been building with AI agents and like learning how to build like automated like things with AI agents, and all of them kind of require like a subscription. So I'm kind of familiar with like what they actually are. Dude, it kind of just happened all serendipitously, like because Garrison was like, "Yo, bro, you should look into this since you're like into the AI stuff recently." And I just started
Yeah.
a course.
yeah, they
Like,
rebranded, right? They rebranded from
Well, they've had a lot of pivots
what's the old
because it was 6079
right?
AI. And I know they've had a couple pivots because what they're doing, I like the way he worded it, don't quote me on this at all. I was listening to Spaces, um and this is what I kind of took from it. is that this like what they minted out was almost like a decentralized AI was pretty much illegal about a year ago. There was there was basically a
Really?
monopoly in the AI space, and executive order got changed, and then this was possible. So he basically said in space, like, I didn't know if I was going to be in front of Congress trying to, on the forefronts of AI trying to fight for what's right, or we'd be doing what they're doing now. And I thought that was pretty cool. And that's
What you know what model they're using? Foundational model they're using?
I do not. So there is a Discord here. This is
There's a
their at.
partnership. Go to click their website really quick. G. And go to like the partnerships because they're a lot of the people they work with have helped I think build like I believe they're like working on their own interface.
Yeah, yeah, basically. And here's partners, because obviously with AI, you have to have information feeding into it. Here's 607. So it all really started from Alfie, because they did like a
Yeah,
little NFT platform to get information with an AI involved, and more ideas stemmed from it, went to 6079, and now they're here. They've been around for a minute, and there's a lot of, you know, n- names in here. So let's look. I wasn't
and
really
these are just
reading.
AI ones. Those ones. If you keep going down, I think there's like Coinbase. I want to say is an investor in them. Like there's some. Maybe
Just
is
go to
that all of them?
investors. Go to
Arbit. I know they're partnering with Arbitrum, I believe they said.
go
Ape.
down. Go down to investors. Go down. Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase.
Um, Warner Music Group. That's kind of cool to see.
But honestly, like for me, the
Oh, they're
reason.
trying to get their agent locked in for the music
Yeah, right.
people.
Again, I'm not interested really in NFTs very much anymore. This one only interested me because there's a
I don't.
tool you get with it on top of there's a token allocation for those those first group that minted. It was it started out at 5,000, and then every token or every single NFT after that that was minted lost like a token. So like this third one minted was 4,997.
Yeah, and so forth, and it would go down to 2,500 at a flat line,
Yeah,
but not even that many got minted.
but again, like I'm more interested in the tool itself. Like
I don't
if
even look at it as like an NFT. I think this is kind of like he even said on Spaces. If you don't really have the funds, this isn't really a mint for you. It's more of like a like early investor and getting excited, getting your hands on this early. They made a video, a YouTube video, and a way he put it is like, imagine when factories were just now being built. Would you want to own a factory, or would you want to work for the factory? And that's kind of the, I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting to hear. So here's what Tyler was talking about: an allocation of Think tokens, a 10% chance to receive 10,000, which that Think token launches in a month or so. There's some art, exclusive access to early protocol features like Think Tank staking. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different things in here. So, but yeah, it's like a technology. It's early, it's innovative. Um, yeah, just getting in early on a project that I think is really changing the space. So I definitely recommend looking it out at Think Agents on X, and then the website's thinkagents.ai. But we'll go back to NFTs for now.
Yeah, bro, I'm definitely interested. Like I said, I'm not a big NFT guy. I only bought like out of all the NFTs I bought, like this is the only one that it has. I feel like something like a fit, like something I can actually physically use. Um,
Yeah, I
but
think this is cool because,
it
like,
is, bro.
when you own your own AI and you build something with it, you can, you can sell it to other people. Not sell, well, you could sell the actual NFT and it transfers with, but you could, like, lease it out. Is that I think that would be a
There's,
proper word to use there.
dude, there's a lot of things. Like, bro, you could have it build a website. You can like, there's so many things you can do with
It's a
really any,
decentralized AI.
yeah, with really any AI agent, let alone doing it with one that you own. Like the
Yeah,
one that you own, you kind of have no limits.
yeah. You don't have to pay for a monthly subscription like you do. Like I heard someone talk about Chat GPT's the the pro version is $200 a month, and people are paying that.
Well, yep. So there's subscription fees, and they work on something called tokens, and which is why there's a think token as well for the project. So like that's what I think is a little bit cool
Right.
too. It kind of works.
Yes.
I like the fact that like the AI is Web three. It's a Web three AI versus you look at if you were to go to like Vapey AI or Instantly.ai or Make.ai, like all these different things where you can go or all these different platforms where you can go and build these little build outs or have them create some type of AI agent for you that will literally work behind your back, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
which I don't think a lot of people understand. When people start understanding how AI works, and I'm very new to it, I've only really been learning and taking a course for about a month now. But I think when people start to learn and understand it, people that are going to lose their jobs to AI are going to be from somebody utilizing AI. But I'm interested, bro. Especially since the fact that it was an NFT was cool as well. But otherwise, any other NFTs you're looking at outside of that one, the one we
Um,
just mentioned?
I saw this. This is kind of intriguing. I don't know where it went, but I saw like a compound. I don't know if it was bugging. I refreshed it. I don't see it anymore, but
It probably rugged.
yeah, it was weird. Let's look up. Yeah, who knows what was going on there? Maybe it's in the 7 days. Oh yeah, see right here. Like, what is this?
Huh. Who knows? Probably scam.
Yeah, who knows? Going for $815. They're moving, bro.
Yeah. Are they contracts?
I don't even know. Maybe something we have to research over the week.
Yeah. I'll look at it.
Quirkies. We'll pull up Quirkies again real quick. So there's like 10 or 11 here listed below 1 ETH. Some nice ones. This is a good one. Deuce ahead. That's a rare listing, especially right on floor. It's a nice one. They're all nice. Um, this is a rare listing too with that mask. But yeah, Dinksy, you were talking about the sweeps and stuff. Here's me pull it up like this. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 from the same wallet 7 hours ago. 1, 2, 3 from the same wallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 actually. I think the guy who swept another 12 of them put it in a couple different wallets too. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there's a sweep of 10. Maybe that was him then. 5 days ago. Just a lot of people coming in and buying multiples at a time. So
Yeah.
I'll show
Sorry to
you.
interrupt you. I
You're
just
good.
seen a Michael Saylor tweet. Go to his page really quick, bro, on X.
This is my new quirky.
Hey, let's go.
Hey,
You just got that
that's
one
new.
recently, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had to sweep two. I bought two quirkies and traded in for this. And
Let's go.
then, um, yeah. What you're wanting? X.
Yep, go to Michael Saylor. It's at Saylor. And then it was from like about 50 minutes ago is that right there, Federal Reserve. Read that puppy out loud.
Announces the withdrawal of guidance for banks related to their crypto asset and dollar token activities related related changes to its expectations for these activities.
AKA banks are now free to begin supporting Bitcoin.
Dang.
Big news, bro. That's big news.
Dang. I'm gonna
That's
retweet
sweet to
that.
see. Gotta share that one really quick.
Should we do our Bitcoin predictions right now?
Yeah, I don't really have much else.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's check Polymarket real quick and see what predictions they have here for Bitcoin. What price will Bitcoin hit in April? Let's see, what's the date? First next week. Yeah, nothing much really. I don't know if there's really any value. We'll go back over here. Bitcoin. Tyler,
Prediction.
hopefully you will adjust your sorry, adjust the predictions on there. I'll just keep my screen shared.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that.
Um, I would like to see us hold right here, and I'll go with
I'm,
what Dinksy said, 100K as well.
I'm going
Boom.
all time high.
Confirmed. It's confirmed.
You're going all-time high?
Yep.
Holy shit.
You know, all-time for what, above like 110?
Yeah.
No shit. You think that news is gonna be very bullish, huh?
We'll see.
What if we just saw it like boom? We just
Well, we
saw
see it right now. We just see it explode
like
right now.
the moon candle is just going way up here.
Dude, on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 30, she's up.
Can you imagine the euphoria that would like if we just watched it run to 500,000 in 10 minutes on space? I would probably call off of work and quit my job.
Rose quits
Start
his job
drinking.
today.
Oh, now my arrow's way up here.
Start pounding shots.
I wonder
So
what Peter Schiff has to say about this.
if about who has what to say about
about,
this?
about, about the banks are now free to support Bitcoin.
Oh
Peter
yeah.
Schiff.
He's
Wonder how he's
probably
feeling.
JP Morgan's like maybe it's not a scam anymore. We actually surprisingly hold already this amount of Bitcoin and we just didn't want to tell you guys.
Well, funny enough, he created a pretty much a GoFundMe for people to donate Bitcoin to him.
JP Morgan.
Oh,
No, fucking Peter Schiff, bro.
Oh, okay, okay.
He fucking dogs it all the time, bro. And now he's created this I forget what he calls it. He calls it like a reserve or whatever, but
Imagine
realistically
it's his imagine it's
it's
his
a
pinned tweet.
GoFundMe. It's a GoFundMe for his fucking Bitcoin wallet.
That's funny. Yeah, here, look, 23 hours ago, he posted this. Due to Bitcoin's rally, the current market value of my strategic Bitcoin reserve has risen to 5,000. Oh
Yeah,
my
look to
gosh.
donate.
He
Oh,
doesn't have
that
any
broke it.
Bitcoin.
He spent all his money on gold, bro.
I'm not making any money. I'm never selling. What's in the reserve?
So he's just like Michael Saylor, bro. All of a
Who does this
sudden,
guy think he is?
dude, this is
well,
what
that's
makes me
such a
laugh.
grifter.
He is, bro. And and the whole time I used to comment on his stuff every once in a while. Like just cuz. And I never comment on anybody's things, bro. And I honestly I usually comment the same thing, but I'm like, bro, you cannot like he's so smart when it comes to traditional finance. He cannot possibly think that Bitcoin's dumb. Like he knows so much about traditional finance, how the actual current system works. Like I
For
don't know,
real.
maybe he's just so caught up. Maybe I'm wrong and I was wrong, but I felt like he was, like you said, kind of grifting and kind of egging on the market. So people are like, what, let's donate, we'll show him.
He has a whole $5,000. He's I can't believe that's like all he has is $5,000.
Well, it's because people have donated to it. He's up 5K, I think. Or is he risen above 5K?
Has risen above 5,000 for
And
the
all
first.
that was donated to him, bro.
Ay, ay, ay. Do you need more to pay for your wife's music video? I don't use the Bitcoin to pay for that. It just says. I wonder if this his account got hacked.
No, bro, that's
Because
him.
all these look like stuff he would say, I guess, but it would
That's
be
how he is,
announced by
bro.
now that it was
He,
hacked. But yeah, it's
I mean,
funny.
bro, I've posted like memes of him on my story and tagged him, and he's liked them before. So like
No,
he's pretty active
that's
on social
funny.
media.
Yeah, I remember you sending that to me before. Do
It's
you
like the one where
do you need rent money too? What a grifter. It's one thing to hate Bitcoin, but to take Bitcoin donations under the whatever that word is of trying to prove us wrong.
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like he thinks he nailed it with the one word, grifter.
Yeah, that's too funny.
But it's funny, bro, because that's what he's been doing this whole time. I don't think he's really dumb enough to think that Bitcoin's a bad idea. Like I just don't believe that, bro.
Dude,
Especially his
I
value.
got one word for you right now.
What'd you say?
I'm never selling.
I'm never fucking selling.
Look at what he said.
One
Should we
word.
blast this on all social medias?
Yeah, bro.
I'm never
Fucking,
selling what's in that reserve.
he sounds like Michael Saylor all of a sudden. Now him and Michael Saylor aren't too different, huh? The only difference is Michael Saylor's going to continuously buy it himself, and
For real.
for strategy.
Oh, look at this. This is an awesome space to watch here. You can see right here.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's the best one to tune into.
This is my favorite. You can type in the chat and see. You can see it there. See it pop up on my screen. See it pop up even at the bottom. See it pop up in like 3 different ways here. So,
Watch us
but
in all of them.
I don't have really anything else. It's
Yeah, bro.
very hot in my room, so I'm ready to get out of my room.
Oops.
It's what's the weather out there in Florida?
Fucking toasty, bro.
It's 78 degrees or 74 degrees right now.
Let
Dude,
me
I'm
see. I'll tell you.
freezing right now.
Where Dixie? Oh, you might not want to dox, but where are you located? What part of
I'm
what
in San
region?
Francisco.
Where'd you
San
say?
Francisco.
Yeah.
Gang. Where the frick's my weather at, bro? Dang.
But
In Tarpon Springs, Florida, it is 77 degrees.
yeah, it's just as hot here as it is there.
Yeah.
What neighborhood are you in Turbulent Springs, Florida? Dox yourself.
Tarpon Springs. Like that's actually where I live.
Can you read off your address?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look up, well, I don't even want to say it actually. But it's public information technically,
Yeah.
thanks to the LLC.
What's the LLC? What do you?
No, it's yeah, so
It's really obvious, bro. But actually, I don't think the updated one's on there just yet. So
yeah, so go look now and then don't ever look again.
yeah, right. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I don't have too much else honestly either. Bitcoin all time highs. Next time I see you guys, love to see it. I'm bullish. Banks free to use. We'll see what they do with that information. If they utilize or they take a few days to say, hey, we need to crash the market first, and then we'll buy back in.
There's some one of ones listed here for quirkies. These are historically speaking good prices for one of ones. And a lot of grails. A lot of grails out here.
A lot of them.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. It was good talking to you guys. We'll be at 200K next week and we'll see you there.
See you there.
Yeah, I'm just here happily watching the charts at this point. I'm not doing anything really. So I'll
Same,
see
Yeah,
what
bro.
you
I'm
just
guys.
just learning.
chilling.
Just a student. All right, boys. I'm gonna go eat some
Doing a
dinner.
game.
Peace.
See you guys.
All right. See you guys. Take care.